Okay, the topic of this video is DC circuit with superposition with dependent sources. Okay, so we need to find out what is V1 and V2. So that is our goal. So our goal is to find out what is V1 and then what is V2, right? And we will use superposition. And let's break it down step by step. Okay, the first step of superposition is to split the circuit. Split the circuit by turning off all but one source, right? So turning off all but one sources. But remember that we turn off the independent sources. So we will have this one here, independent sources. So here in the original circuit, we have two, right? This 2 ampere current source and this 3 volt voltage source. But this is not included because this is dependent source. So we do not turn off this one. So here we do not turn it off. Do not turn off. Okay, maybe first thing first, how to turn off the source. We replace this voltage source here by short circuit. So in our split circuit here, I have this one. We replace this voltage source here by short circuit, right? And then for the second circuit, we left this on, but we turn off this current source. So we replace it by open circuit. So a current source is replaced by open circuit. So here we replace this current source by open circuit. So we don't have this one, right? Here and here. So this is our split circuit. We have two because we have two independent sources. Okay. But then what is the consequences? This is V1. So here it is different V1. So we name this V1 prime. And this one here is also different V2, right? Because that will be V2 double prime. And this current here also a different current. So I name this I prime. And what is the consequences? This is for I. So this will be for I prime. And also the same for this one. This is different from this one and also different from this one. So I name this V1 double prime. Or this one should be V2 prime, right? V2 prime. Okay, this one here is also V2, but is different than this and that. So to differentiate, I will name this V2 double prime. Good. And now we will have this current here, which is also different from this one and also different from this one. So this will be I double prime. And then this one here should be for I double prime, right? So we will have for I double prime. And now we have two splitted circuit here. This one here and this one here. So the second step will be to do analysis independently. Do analysis on splitted circuit. Splitted circuit. Okay, so what we need to do now is to find out what is V1 prime, V2 prime, V1 double prime, and then V2 double prime. Let's start from this circuit first. Okay, maybe let's clean up our slide first. Okay, let's start from this circuit first, and I will use nodal analysis. So I will assume the direction of the current is going up, so this will goes to the right, and this goes down, this goes to the right. This, I already have this, so I just follow it, and this will goes into this one here. And I assume you already know how to do nodal analysis, so let's do KCL at V1 prime. KCL at V1 prime. KCL said that the sum of the current that goes in will equal to the sum of the current that goes out, right? The only current that goes in is this 2 ampere, so we'll have 2. And then we will have V1 prime minus 0, that will be V1 prime, divided by 7, which is the resistance between them. Good, and then this one here, so we'll have plus V1 prime minus V2 prime, divided by the resistance between them, and I will have 15 here. Okay, we can multiply both sides here by what? 15 times 7, that will be 105. So I have 105, and I will have 210 here on the left hand side, and I will have 15 V1 prime, and then plus 7 V1 prime minus 7 V2 prime, right? And so let's add them up. So we will have 22 V1 prime, and then minus 7 V2 prime. Okay, all of that will equal to 210. Let's save this as equation number 1. So now let's do another KCL, but this time at V2. So we will need to do KCL at V2 prime. Again, KCL said that the sum of the current that goes in will equal to the sum of the current that goes out. Good. Now, the only current that goes in is this one. Oh no, that is not the only current that goes in, but this is goes in, right? So we will have V1 prime, and then we will have minus V2 prime divided by 15. Okay, and then this also goes in, and that will be for I prime, right? So we will have plus for I prime, but what is I prime? I prime is this one here, so we will have V2 prime divided by 5. Good, and that will equal to this current here, and that current is V2 prime divided by 5. Okay, and I think we can multiply this by 15, right? So we will have 3 V1 prime, and then minus 3 V2 prime, and then 5 and 15 will cancel into 3, so I will have 12 plus 12 V2 prime, and then that will equal to 5 and 15 will cancel into 3, so we will have 3 V2 prime. Okay, and is it correct though? 5 and 3, oh yeah, 12. Good, good. Oh no, 15 and 15 will cancel each other, right? That is not 3. This will goes like that. Okay, let's see what can we do from here. We will have V1 prime, and then minus 1 plus 12, that will be 11. 11 minus 3, that will be plus 8. So I'll have plus 8 V2 prime. Okay, all of that will equal to 0. And that is equation number 2, right? Now we have 2 equations with 2 variables. We should be able to solve it, right? Let's use calculator to solve that. Okay, this is my calculator. So we will have equation solver, which is number 5, and 2 variables is number 1. So let's plug that in. I will have 22, then minus 7, then 210. Good, and now we will have 1, 8, and then 0. Good, I will have the value of P1 prime, which is 9.180. Okay, let's do that. So we will have the value of P1 prime is equal to 9.180. And the unit here will be in volt. And what is P2 prime? P2 prime is the Y value here, which is minus 1.180. 14 minus 1.14, what? 8 volt here. Good. And we have done analysis on this circuit here, the split circuit number 1. So we need to do another analysis at this split circuit number 2. Okay, let's do exactly that. Okay, let's see here in V2. This is our ground, so the voltage here will be 0. And then this node here, I will have 3 volt, right? Because that is 3 volt from the ground. And let's assume the current is going up. And this will goes to the right. And then here it will goes down, and this will goes up like this. Let's do KCL at V1 prime here, right? So we will have KCL at V1 double prime, I mean. So we need to do KCL at V1 double prime. And remember, KCL said that the sum of the current that goes in will equal to the sum of the current that goes out. Okay, the only current that goes in is this one, and that current is 3 minus V1 double prime. 3 minus V1 double prime divided by 7. Okay. And then that will equal to, I think we will have V1 double prime minus V2 double prime, and then divided by the resistance between them, which is 15. Okay, I think we can just cross multiply this. So we will have 45 minus 15 V1 prime, V1 double prime, I mean, and that will equal to 7 V1 double prime, and then minus 7 V2 double prime. So we will have 22. Yeah, I think we will have 22 V1 double prime. 22 V1 double prime. And then minus 7 V2 double prime. And that will equal to 45. And let's have this as equation number 3 here. And now we need to do the last KCL at node V2 double prime. Let's do exactly that. So we will have KCL at V2 double prime. And the current that goes in is equal to the current that goes out, right? So we will have this one here, V1 double prime minus V2 double prime. V1 double prime minus V2 double prime, and then divided by 15. Divided by 15. And then plus, here I will have 4i double prime. So we will have 4. And then we will have V2 double prime divided by 5, right? Because I double prime is this current here. So we'll have this divided by 5. And then that will equal to the only current that goes out, which is this one. And this current is V2 double prime minus 0, which is V2 double prime divided by 5. If you look at here, the only difference between this equation and that equation is just the double prime, right? So we can do the same thing here when we will have this multiplied by 15. And eventually, we will have V1 double prime plus 8 V2 double prime. That will equal to 0. And this will be equation number 4. Good. Now, what can we do is we solve equation number 3 and number 4 for V1 double prime and for V2 double prime. Let's do exactly that. Let's use our calculator as equation solver, this button and number 5. Two variables is number 1, and let's plug that in. I will have 22 and then minus 7 and then 45. Then the second equation is 1, 8, and 0. And we will have our x value here, which is the V1 double prime, 1.967. 1.967. Okay, we have V1 double prime. V1 double prime, that will be 1.967. Let's see. Yeah, 6.7 volt. Good. And what is V2 double prime? V2 double prime, let's see our calculator here. We will have minus 0.246. Minus 0.246 volt. Okay, and I think we have our value needed here, and we need to do the last step. Okay, let's clean up our slide first. So the last step that we need to do is just to add them up, right? Because our goal is to find out V1 and V2, not V1 prime, V2 prime, V1 double prime, and V2 double prime. So let's do the third step, which is to add them up. Add them up. What is V1? V1 is V1 prime and then plus V1 double prime. Therefore, we will have our V1 here. Let's plug that into calculator, right? So we will have 9.180 and then plus 1.967. And I will have 11.147. 11.147. And this is our V1, which is our first goal. And then the second goal will be V2. V2 is what? V2 is V2 prime plus V2 double prime. We already know the value of V2 double prime and V2 prime, right? So let's plug that in. So we will have minus 1.148 and then plus this one here minus 0.246. And we will have the value of V2 here is minus 1.394. Minus 1.394. And the unit here will be in volt and this also in volt. So we have achieved our goals. This is V1 and this is V2. It is the question of this problem. And I think that's all for this problem. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video. Bye bye.